The last thing I'd like to mention for section 10.3 is a hint on a couple of the homework problems. First of all, in your book, this is on 41 to 44. In your book, look at figure 10.14 on page 760. That's going to help you with this. That's what we've got here. But on the calc, what we're going to be working with is this int of x. That's called the greatest integer function. So know that when you see that, that means didn't spell that one right. Greatest integer function. So what greatest integer function does is, you can see this graph here, it's got a bunch of little sections of horizontal lines, and what that does is it says take a number, what's the greatest integer that's made into that number? And so if I had 2.58, for instance, what's the greatest integer involved in this number? Well, the most we can say that is an integer, that is a whole number basically, is 2. So if we were to put 2.58 into the function, what it would do is it would turn out as just 2. If I put 1.99 as another example, doesn't quite get to 2, we just have to chop off the decimals, that just goes to 1. If I had, the opposite way, if I had 2.0001, also really close to 2, it's almost the same as this number, but greatest integer function says that that one would go to 2. So that's just kind of the rule that we have with these. So if you look at this graph now, if I'm looking at all my numbers between 0 and 1, greatest integer involved there is 0. So what that means is that there's going to be a filled in circle at the left hand side, and then this right hand side is open, because once I actually get to 1 itself, then I jump up to this one instead. And so on all of these little branches, by the way that the integer function is defined, we have a solid dot on the left and an open dot on the right for each one of those. It's just, you can't really see that when you're looking at the graph on your calculator.